guys, what's up? It's iJevin. How is everybody doing? I am back with another episode of iJevin Plays Minecraft. Hope you guys are all having a swell day today. I know I am. I needed to go caving because we have diamonds, but we don't have anything else because all I seem to find in our strip mine is diamonds, which is not a huge complaint, obviously, but I need to get iron and gold and lapis and redstone and all of creepy bunnies. I hate bunnies in Minecraft. These guys look weird. They look like little bloodsuckers. That's what I'm just saying. So, anyways, guys, last time we did Q&A was about 10 videos ago, or 10 episodes ago in this series. I asked you guys to ask me a bunch of questions in the chat, and you guys did a fairly good job of that, so I have got some questions picked out, and we're going to start caving. I picked this cave out right here. Hopefully this cave will do us some justice. Otherwise, we're going to be looking for a new one, I guess. Alright, guys, so let's go ahead and get into this. Oh, hello. There's a skeleton. Hello, Mr. Skeleton. I'll save that if there's nothing else this way. Dude, this cave is already looking crazy. Alright, oh, iron, sweet. Alright, so the first question comes from Travis on Twitter. And Travis says, what is your favorite video game series? This is actually a really good question. I can't decide. I've been thinking about it for about 5 minutes now because I've been reading your guys' questions. And I'm going to have to say it's a tie. It's a tie between Diablo and Zelda. Because, oh god, I'm getting shot. Miss me, you suck, I'm gonna kill you now. Oh, I'm coming to get you, bruh. There we go. Okay, yeah, back to the questions. So, favorite video game series. Right now, it's a tie between Diablo and a tie between Zelda. I say this, am I on Fortune? I am on Fortune, okay. I say this because when I very first started gaming, I played Zelda. Like, that was the game that we had that we played. So, all the nostalgia for video games is with Zelda. If I see a video game with Zelda in the title, I'm like, oh my god, I played that when I was a little guy. That whole situation. But at the same time, I really didn't start gaming with friends until like Diablo 2. So it's sort of the same thing almost. It's sort of like all the nostalgia for this, So I'm gonna actually split that answer into two answers, that question into two answers. I'm gonna have to say Diablo, including Diablo 3. I feel that Diablo 3, I feel like people hate it. But it's actually, for me, it's a lot of fun. The most single reason why I hated it when it came out was because of the auction house. The auction house sort of removed the fun of the whole the whole system of grind, get loot, do awesome stuff. With the auction house, you can just go buy your stuff, and that's no fun, so... Fortunately, the auction house has since been removed. Thank you, Jesus. Right, guys? I don't know. Who else here is excited that the auction house is gone in Diablo 3, right? Like, I can't be the only one. I don't know. I just feel like if they would have launched the game, without the auction house, or possibly even did handle the game a little bit differently. Not to mention the launch was kind of pretty bad, so... Dude, this is an insane cave. One thing I hate about the Diablo series is that you have to be online. That was one thing the reason why the launch failed so bad was because there was like 6 million people trying to connect to like a server at once, And it was just not working very well. Come get me. Dude, 2 hits? Wow, really? Okay. Anyways, so, yeah, I'm gonna have to say for the answers to that question, Diablo series, including Diablo 1 for PlayStation, because I did play that a whole bunch. Diablo 1 was so good. Okay. Man, there's like all kinds of skeletons here. Oh, more iron, okay. Okay, next question. What is my biggest inspiration? Well, when I started making videos, the original idea was the videos that I see on YouTube are kind of crap, so I feel like I could make them better. Nah, that hasn't changed in a sense. I see a lot of Minecraft videos, obviously. And I can't like say like, well, that guy's he's a shitty producer. No. I can't just be like, well, that guy makes crap videos, so oh, hello. Are we having a zombie gathering today? How can I accommodate you guys? I can't just be like, yeah, all these video producers are crap, watch my videos. That's not right. But at the same time, it's like, these are crappy videos. So, I would say that trying to make videos that I know I can make and be sort of the best, I don't know, I don't want to say role model, because that means that I would have to accept that I'm famous, and I'm not famous in any way, shape, or form. People associate fame with subscribers on YouTube. And I've kind of thought that's always been a little bit silly, because I'm just a dude that sits in a room and records video games. Like, yeah, I have, you know, if you add the numbers up, I think I'm close to like 500,000 total followers, but you know, 500,000 is a big number. But it's, if I were to not be on the internet and I went outside and said hello to somebody, they're not gonna be like, oh my god, you're iJevin, I can't breathe. No, they're not gonna do that. They're gonna be like, hey dude, who are you? So, I feel like internet famous is not even an acceptable word either. So, I don't know. I just feel like the fame thing is a little silly. But yeah, back to the original question, because I got on a tangent. What inspires me to make videos? You ever just feel like you could just run this? I don't want to cuss, but I'm gonna have to. You ever just feel like you could run this bitch? Like, you know, say you're at work and your boss is terrible. In this case, all the other YouTubers are terrible. And I'm not exactly, it's more of a joke, but my point is, wait, have I been here before? I have. Okay, then. Hopefully that's as... I guess we'll go this way, then. Random. Anyways. I don't know. I just feel as though... YouTube is more about luck. Or being at the right place at the right time is more of a better assertion. A lot of people get lucky and do videos with people who have already established themselves as YouTubers and as people who make content, and it's not about making good videos anymore once you've done that. It's about just keeping up with everything that's going on. Oh wow, am I really that close to outside? Oh, I'm like trickery. But yeah, so some people, you know, they sort of gain that popularity from other people. I don't want to be that guy who does that. I want to sort of earn my popularity, if I ever even get to that point. Here lately, it's been looking pretty bad, but I'll admit, you know, sometimes I do slack, and I'm not the perfect human being, and I do try my best, though. I can say that for sure. I don't know. So I guess to answer the question, what motivates me to make videos is that I just want to do the best I absolutely can. And like I had mentioned before, I might not be the most talented person, but I will damn sure outwork you. So, next question. Okay, a lot of people will like to know about me and Miss iJevin. So I'll go ahead and talk about me and Miss iJevin for a minute, how we met, when we got married, all that good stuff. So back when I was in college, I worked at a hardware store called Ballwigs. B-A-L-L-W-E-G. And it's the weirdest name, but that's his last name, the owner's last name. And by the way, if you even try to find them, they're out of business now. So, successful business is successful, right, guys? Anyways, so I worked at a hardware store called Ballwigs, and that hardware store had hired a new employee. Well, that new employee was Miss iJevin. So you know when you've been working at a job for for so long, you sort of just kind of walk into the place and act like you own it. Like, I walked in there like, "What up, doe?" And Miss iJevin was there, and I'm like, "Dang, she's kind of hot." You do what the single guy thing you do, where the single guys are like, "Okay, girl, I see you. I see you. You're looking good. You're looking good. Look at this guy over here." I take the damage because I don't feel like killing him. Anyways, so, I had noticed her, and then apparently, I guess her mom knew the manager. Manager was like the laziest person in the world, though. The manager would like take like 40-minute smoke breaks every 10 minutes, if that's even possible. She was pretty bad. But, so, Miss iJevin started working at the hardware store, and okay, I was just making sure I hadn't been this way yet, but I've seen this here. Thank you. So Miss iJevin started working at the hardware store, and we kind of hit it off. She was still in high school at the time. I'm 3 years older than Miss iJevin, so we really didn't like talk at much because she's a cashier and I was like just a hired help. If you've ever worked at like any kind of hardware store, you'll know that cashiers stay up front and the people who do all the heavy lifting and all the hard work stay in the back. So that was the majority of the reason. But we started to become friends, started talking more. And at that time, I was with a girl named Jenny that I hate her guts. What level am I on? I'm only on level 36. Holy hell. I'm gonna go down. So, when me and Jenny broke up, me and Miss iJevin decided to go on a date. And we kind of just hit it off from there. And we got married in 2011. There's got to be like a cave down here somewhere. Some more iron. Yeah, so we hit it off. We have been together since June 13th of 2008. And we got married on February 14th of 2011. Yeah, very cheesy. We actually didn't have like a big wedding. We got eloped at the courthouse, and that was the date she chose. I did not choose it because obviously I don't think I would want to get married on February 14th. But it wasn't too bad, and we've been together ever since. She is a pain in the neck sometimes, but oh well. No, just joking. I keep seeing a lava over here. You guys see that? That was freaking weird. Hold on. Alright, I'm just gonna dig until I find something. I'll be right back. Alright, I have found a cave, guys. And so let's go ahead and move on and answer some more questions. Next one comes from Jesse Watts. What is my favorite MLB or NFL team? So I'm a huge sports fan. I don't know if you guys know this or not. I know a lot of people on YouTube really aren't into sports. Hey, I hope you didn't blow up any of my gold. What a jerk. I'm actually gonna chuck some of this stuff over here real fast because I have a lot. You get a lot of nonsense with this stuff from here. Like all the different ores, and I don't want any of this. Take all of that, game. Take all of that. But I'm a pretty big sports fan, and so I'm gonna have to say I'm not really a fan of any NFL team. I'm actually a big fan of an NFL player, and then that's Peyton Manning. To me, Peyton Manning kind of shows, it's a straight up class. That's all he is. He never steps a foot out of line. I think he's been fined once the entire time he's been in the NFL, and that was for talking back to another player. I just feel like he is a solid guy, and if I wanted to model myself after somebody in the NFL, it would definitely be him, because, well, he's pretty awesome. He may choke sometimes, but it happens. It happens to the best of us. So yeah, favorite NFL team, I'm gonna have to go with Broncos because that's who Peyton Manning plays for. Hopefully this doesn't dead end. That would suck. And it really does look like it's getting stupid dead end. No! Why you do this to me? Yeah, and Peyton Manning, he seems like an awesome guy, so. Was this a dead end up here as well? Looks like it. Okay. I guess I'll go back to digging in just a second. I'll go ahead and answer. Favorite MLB team is probably the Reds because that's just a local team. Alright, guys, so I am back. I'm pretty sure I found a decent cave this time. Whew. And it's, it looks like it's attached to a ravine, too. Okay. Oh, God. Well, then. That was exciting. I didn't realize there was a cave above me. Right. Okay, next question. This comes from Aurora. Aurora is a former member of Blockville. Oh, look at this cave. This is cool looking. She's a member of Blockville. As you can, she was my bee buddy. We used to do all the bees together. Because bees are the bee's knees. I love bees and bees. Anyways, so Aurora asked, hypothetically, if when you move from YouTube, what kind of career would you pursue? Would you go back to being an architect? First off, let me clarify something. I was never an architect. Architecture is dead. So, probably not. Oh god, another creeper. Dude, the creepers are real today. But no, architecture is dead. It is a dying field. I'm in lava. Get out of here. Okay. So, if I had to quit YouTube, I probably would not go back into that field. I'd actually probably go back to school. But yeah, so when I was in school, I finished my degree, and I have an associate's degree. I don't have a bachelor's degree because I wanted to see what the field was like before you know, I like got into it, and that's random. There we go. I sort of wanted to see what everything was like before I started like really getting serious into it, because you can waste a lot of money in school, and I don't have a lot of money to waste, so I decided to get a 2-year degree. I've actually got two 2-year degrees. I've got one in civil engineering and in architecture. And the field in Dayton, Ohio for architecture is quite possibly the worst thing in the world. So every time there's a job opening, there is probably, I don't know, about 80 or 90 people applying for one position because there is no jobs. So the entire field is super saturated with people. And if you don't have, you know, 10 to 15 years experience, they're not looking for you. Especially like interns and stuff. People do not want to hire interns. Especially because, you know, what the hell is going on? To them, hiring an intern is like, yeah, I've got to, you know, watch somebody 24/7. And in this day and age, people just want to get stuff done. They don't really care about, you know, who's doing the work. So, when I got out of college, I tried to find a job. I looked for about 3 months, and luckily I had a professor help me to get a job. But yeah, it was nearly impossible. There would be 1 or 2 openings a year for it. So if you're going to go into a profession when you get out of school, I suggest that you look at just the classifieds. Look at the classifieds, see what openings are available for that job. And if there's none, you might want to reconsider, because if there's none then, there's probably not going to be any later on either. And that was one of the big things. I wish I could go back and redo my career. I would probably go into either graphic design or some sort of computer trade. It didn't really matter. I mean, to be honest, it depends on what you're doing, clearly, but sometimes you don't even need to go to college. And I don't even really want to like say that to like discourage people to go to college, because obviously, I mean, college degrees do help a ton. But in the end, if you're going to be like a small business owner or something, don't worry about it, because you're going to learn more just by doing than, you know, trying to go to college and learn everything. So, oh, diamond! I didn't even see those right there. Good deal. Well, this trip wasn't a failure after all. But yeah, so, you know what? Just, you know, I would say if you're going to do anything, get the research done before you, you know, sign up for anything. That's what's up, yo. 18 diamonds. Awesome. More iron over there. I can't really get to that. Alright, let's go back to the other side of that ravine, which was over here. And of course I would aggro him. There we go. I think that ravine was over here, yeah. Alright, next question. What is my favorite type of ice cream? Favorite type of ice cream is, I'm gonna go outside the box here. A lot of people, they like to go the whole chocolate chip cookie dough route. I'm not going that route. I'm gonna go, if you've ever been to a place called Cold Stone before, oh, the ice cream is delicious there. But they have this stuff called cake batter ice cream. And then what you do is you cake batter, and then you get brownies put inside of it. And it is literally mouth heaven. I'm not joking. It is mouth heaven times 14. It is delicious. So that's my favorite type of ice cream. What else can I get rid of? I can get rid of you. Let's pick that up. Okay, let's continue this way. This is a very... We always end up finding the craziest looking caves. I know. And then Drew McName, he asks, what is one of my favorite video games of all time? Well, I think this is going to go back to once again when I was a kid. I'm a huge fan of Magic the Gathering, right? I'll be honest with you. If I wasn't with Miss iJevin and she controlled how I spent my money, I would have a lot of Magic cards. Just because it's fun to play, you know? Like, not because there's something else to do, but... So there's a game for Windows 95, and it's called Chandelier. I'm trying to think. Okay. Alright, let's grab this. But yeah, there's a game for Windows 95 called Chandelier. And it's like a free roam game. But you're like a little character. And you go from town to town, like dueling people and magic. And it's sick. And they have like these wizards. And you need to beat the wizards before they mana cap all the other places. And it is just a lot of fun, you know. There's nothing really been made ever since then like it. The graphics are terrible. It has all the OG original like Magic cards, like Moxes, the Power 5 or whatever, and things like that. It's quite fun. I gotta be honest with you. The only problem is getting it to work is kind of tough because it never wants to run ever. As I stated, it's a Windows 98 or a Windows 95 game. It's I forget what they call that when the game hasn't been updated. It's like deadware or something like that. I forget what the term for it's called. Is there anything back here? No. But yeah, it's oh, diamond. Hell yeah, that's awesome. Let me block this off. This is why you always check, guys. Always check. But yeah, so the game has not been updated ever. I'm not even sure that the people who made the game are even in business anymore. But it's fun to play when you can get it to work. You just essentially, like I said, you roam from town to town, and you're this little wizard. And you're trying to become like the best dueler ever, and you can like go into town and buy cards and build your deck. And when you start off, you can sort of pick you know, what color deck you want to be. Obviously, OG Magic the Gathering is power black, because if you don't do the black, you're pretty much gonna lose. because of the Hypnotic Specters and Black Knights. What else is over here? But yeah, so I hear mobs up top there. Is that where they're at? Let's go up. But so yeah, you go from like town to town, and you can buy stuff, and it's hilarious because you can have 4 of each card. It doesn't have sort of that restricted or that restricted stuff that like other Magic the Gathering has. So I find it funny because like if you know anything about Magic the Gathering, you'll know that like Black Lotus, Moxes, all those original Beast cards are all restricted or banned in most new gameplay. And I have like 4 of each in my deck. It's pretty awesome. Yeah, I think the most up-to-date card is like Birds of Paradise, maybe. It's pretty awesome. I love old school games like that. Anything that takes me back. Alright guys, I think that is going to do it for today's Q&A caving. We got nearly 3 stacks of iron, a little bit more gold. We couldn't really ever find a decent cave to get into though. I hope you guys enjoyed the video today, and if you did, don't forget to hit that like button. I'll be back tomorrow with another FTB video. Other than that, I hope you guys all have a great day. This is iJevin. Peace out. 3, 2, 1. Alright guys, I am back. I found that. I'm pretty sure I found it. And it looks like it's